Slogan, 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 slogan. Our lives are completely surrounded by slogans, from the past to the present. These slogans are written and destroyed. Written and destroyed. And written again. Have you ever asked yourself, who is writing the slogan? Why does he write such a slogan? Who gave him the power to write slogans? And why they destroy the slogan? Do you understand the meaning behind these slogans? Do these slogans cause trouble in your life? In the process of creating and destroying these slogans, how we are modeled, normalized, disciplined, and subjectified by this long historical process. These slogans remind me of Foucault's theories of discourse. According to Foucault's theories about discourse, discourses are created by certain people, use special methods and strategies based on specific social goals, under specific social and cultural historical conditions. They are created to serve specific pretexts. Discourse has never been an isolated language force, but is entangled with a series of forces in the social and cultural network. It is a living force competition and tensions, which is achieved by specific strategies and powers. But what can we do about these slogans? How can we not be affected by this discourse? May still be a very difficult question. So my issues are about slogans around our lives. Behind these slogans are various ideologies, which are the embodiment of the ubiquitous cultural hegemony in our lives. And the slogans that I have come across most in my past education experience appear in my classroom. Some of them are about how to require individuals to comply with school rules and regulations, and some are about how to stimulate the individual's sense of competition. Also, these slogans will accompany every stage of individual's growth, from childhood to teenage to middle age to old age, and I'm thinking about how these slogans shape each individual's behavior and invisibility, and how the individual resists to this hegemonic control. I think it is learning through design. I hope that after this learning process, individuals can realize that although we cannot completely overcome the power of discourse, and we cannot completely resist the influence of ideology, but when we see these slogans again, we can find the power and ideology behind it, and how we don't let these hegemonies affect our behavior and judgment. I sent a questionnaire to 30 people, including 8 children, 10 teenagers, and 12 adults. After I organized the information, I found that most individuals had no one to answer their puzzles during their childhood, and when they grow up, they can only rely on other media to obtain information such as books, videos, social media, and sometimes this information does not help individuals to think, but directly put their values into their mind. Many of these ideas are directed towards consumerism and nationalism, which does not help individuals overcome hegemonic control. So in this way, my audience. And now I'm doing research on P4C teaching method, which is called philosophy for children. However, the focus of P4C is not on the famous arguments in the history of philosophy, not knowing the name and series of those great philosophers, but training children to process information in their own cognitive methods so as to guide them to explore the world in their own way. In this process, the child's natural curiosity will guide the way and does not need to be instilled, because the child tends to think about meaning rather than value, and this is one of the most important natures of critical thinking. So my learning context is a critical thinking course for primary school students, and I hope to cultivate students' critical thinking skills in these ways to help individuals realize the hegemony and doxy in their living environment.